is our next speaker, and that's Kalen Ludwig. She's one of the only residential agents here at People's Company, and she spends a lot of time tracking the new construction sales, the lots on the market, and that kind of thing. So she's going to give us an update here. So let's hear it for Kalen Ludwig.
Thanks everyone for coming today. As Cannon just mentioned, I'm Kalen Ludwig, realtor with People's Company. I'm one of the only residential realtors at People's, and I focus specifically on lot sales and new construction sales is my big focus. So to kind of help research that and support everything we're saying today, quarterly I pull statistics from the 18 communities in the Des Moines metro, and I write a blog that summarizes this data quarterly. So, and I'm going to share a lot of that with you today. There are stats on, it looks like a lot of you have those out, but there's stats on the table if you kind of want to follow along and look at the numbers with me. If you look at the first slide, you'll see a snapshot of how many active, pending, sold, and the supply of inventory for total single-family homes, and then also for new construction homes as of February 15th, 2014. Total active is 2,459 homes on the market today, and that's down just a little bit from 2,495 last year at this time. So active inventory has stayed very low all of 2013 and continues to be pretty flat this winter. New construction active is 621 homes, and that's up from 475 single-family homes last year were on the market. So we have seen more starts at the end of 2013 than we did at the year-end 2012, which implies a stronger builder confidence, I believe. I do foresee this supply dwindling this spring as buyers start putting more homes under contract, and also with the weather being so harsh this winter, I think builders are going to be a month or two behind getting foundations in compared to usual. So we're even hearing instances of frost in the ground up to 3 feet or maybe even 4 feet. So total pending is 963 homes that are under contract, and this is down a little from 1,063 last year at this time. We're thinking weather could be a factor in this number. And then new construction pending is 225, also down from 257. Month supply is at 3.9 months. And just to note, a stable market is considered to be 6 months supply. So this indicates that we are in a seller's market at the 3.9 months. And this is how long it would take to chew through all the inventory today if no new listings came on the market. This is the lowest months of inventory that I have seen in the last 7 years with tracking all these numbers. Month supply is figured by total active homes divided by average homes sold per month. That's how I figure that out. Even though we have about the same amount of active homes on the market as we did a year ago, month supply is lower because our average number of sold in the last 12 months has been higher. Last year at this time we were at 4.8 months, and then today is 3.9 months. And then new construction month supply, if you look at that number, it's 5.9 months. So we're showing about a perfectly stable supply of inventory in the new construction market. But because total inventory is so low right now, I do see an even greater need for new construction than what we have in the ground. Also, I anticipate a lot of clients wanting to build a custom home as inventory is low and buyers will want to build a house that fits their needs if they can't find one on the market. The second slide shows total sold history from 2005 to 2013. Des Moines Metro had 7,706 single-family homes that sold in 2013. Out of these, 1,284, or 17%, were new construction. We're starting to sense a little bit of a trend here. New construction sold has usually been 18 or 19%. In 2005 and 6, I believe it was like 20, 21% of the total sold. Last year it was 17%. So we aren't sure if this will continue, but it may be that higher prices of new construction, which I'll get to in a little bit, but they could be affecting the amount of new construction single-family sales. Even though new construction sales were up from a year ago, the total percentage of new construction sales is down by a little bit. It's just something that I think the marketplace should keep in mind, and we'll continue to watch that. A couple other things to note. There was over 1,000 more single-family homes sold in 2013 versus 2012. And it's really exciting to see total sold at levels that we haven't seen since 2005 and 2006 pre-recession. Just as a benchmark, 2005 total sold was 7,935, and last year we sold 97% of that peak market for total sold. Also, wanted to touch on average days on market. The Des Moines Metro took only 82 days to sell a home in 2013. This number did improve again and has continued to be improving from the last couple years. I think that just also reinforces the upswing in the market. Next, the average new construction sales price has continued to rise in the last couple years. In 2010, the average new construction sale price was $229,000. In 2011, the average new sale price of a new construction home rose to $245,000. And then in 2012, it was $266,000. And in 2013, the average price sold of a new construction home was $294,000. So this is a significant increase of about $65,000 from 2010 to 2013. The average sale price of a new construction home rose dramatically due to land, material, and labor increases. As we dig into where these price increases are coming from, we see a couple things. First, lot prices are definitely at an all-time high due to increases in development costs, and also low lot supply creates a demand for new plats and keeps prices at a premium. Also, lumber, drywall, and almost all other building materials have seen price increases in 2012 and 2013. In talking to local suppliers, it seems there is some consensus on projections for material and labor costs nationally and locally. Plan to see increases in materials again this year, but not as great as probably the last 2 years. We should expect some price jumps this spring when everyone is getting all their foundations in at once. And then I think things will, it sounds like, level off through the rest of 2014. The first couple months of 2014 have been really strong for material suppliers such as Leachman Lumber and Gilchrist Jewett and indicate a robust building year. Overall, material cost increases are not going to be as significant for builders as labor cost increases. As many of you have experienced, framers and other subs are hard to come by, and labor shortages will keep costs high in 2014. The market was caught off guard by this local labor shortages in the building industry, and it does take some time to adjust for new laborers to become skilled or to decide, or laborers who got out of the market to decide to jump back in. Also affecting pricing of new home is the constant changes and requirements of building code through the state and city level. This always is adding costs for builders, and obviously those have to get passed on to clients. As we reflect on the new construction price increases and how it affected the market, I would conclude that we saw existing home prices start to look more attractive, and overall, it has helped the housing market recover in the local and national level. I can only speculate that this will continue in the following months of 2014. And a question I feel like I hear a lot around town is, will buyers accept the higher new construction pricing as the new normal? My response is, I do believe that pricing we are seeing today will sustain, and this is the new normal. There are not any signs that would imply that costs are going to come down. So pricing is reality. So this pricing is reality, and buyers will have to accept it if they want new construction. With the shortage of active inventory, I think buyers already have and will continue to accept higher lot costs and new construction pricing. As costs continue to rise and the entry-level pricing of about $165,000 to $225,000 has pretty much disappeared for buyers who want new construction, we need to ask ourselves, where do these entry-level buyers, where do they go? I believe the buyers looking for new construction under $225,000 price range will have to choose a townhome or condo community. Or they can build a house maybe with less upgrades but a lot of buyers, I think, are expecting the granite and expecting a lot of the upgrades as standard now. So I guess, buyers could decide that they want to go backwards and start cutting some of those. Or they can look at resales or remain a renter. I think that implies there's a great opportunity for builders to put townhome or condo product in the next few years. I think demand for townhomes will definitely be going up. This also explains the strong multifamily market in the Des Moines metro, and I think that will continue. As I look at the 18 communities in the Des Moines metro, the top 5 with the most new construction sales are as follows. Ankeny is in first place at 30% of sales, which is an even greater market share than last year. They were at 25%. Urbandale is the runner-up with 11%, West Des Moines at 10%, Waukee at 8%, and Clive at 7%. Also noteworthy is that these top 5 communities that make up 66% of the metro starts have very little new construction under the $225,000 price range. And as I was referring to that earlier, Ankeny has 10 houses under that $225,000 price range, 10 new houses. Urbandale only has 1. West Des Moines has no new construction under $225,000. Waukee has 3 and Clive has 2. So I found it really interesting that there's only 16 new homes under $225,000 for buyers that are looking in the top 5 new construction communities that represent 66% of the market. In conclusion, overall 2013 was definitely a great year, and all signs point to the same exciting and robust year for 2014. Last year at the Builder Luncheon, we did talk to you about and projected a recovery in existing home prices. As we all saw, this did happen. I would expect a continued appreciation on resales in 2014 with the rise in new construction prices pushing the market forward. And the new construction townhome condo market should see a higher demand in 2014 for entry-level buyers and retirees that want to downsize but still want that brand new product. And now I'm going to turn it over to Scott Kelly, who specializes in commercial and land sales, or commercial and residential land sales for People's Company. And he will be talking about the 2013 development activity. I'll also circle around after Scott's done, and I will be providing you guys with some information on diligent development and communities that we have. Thanks.